The story of the most ruthless ruler in history begins with a moment when he was only 13 years old. One day, he saw his elder brother stealing meat. At that time, their tribe was dying of hunger due to extreme famine. That meat was the only means of survival for the tribe. Seeing his brother steal the hunted meat, he was consumed by rage. He picked up his bow and arrow, aimed at his 16-year-old brother, and killed him. When the tribe's people witnessed this scene, they were terrified. They realized that this child would grow up to become a merciless and dangerous man. That boy later became the most brutal ruler in history, known today as Genghis Khan. In today's video, we will tell you the story of a boy from a nomadic tribe whose cruelty and savagery spread fear across the world. Don't forget to click the subscribe button, because this story will take you on a journey of astonishment, one that still makes history shudder. At the age of 26, he became the chief of his tribe, and by the age of 65, he ruled the largest land empire in human history. In just 25 years, the Mongol army conquered more land than the Roman Empire did in 400 years. Genghis Khan's real name was Temujin. He was born in 1162 into the family of a local tribal chief in Mongolia. It is said that when he was born, he was clutching a clot of blood in his fist, an omen believed to signify that the child would become a great warrior. Temujin's life was filled with hardships from the very beginning. When he was only 9 years old, his father was poisoned and killed by a rival tribe. After his father's death, the tribe abandoned his family because Mongol tribes only followed those who were strong. As a result, Temujin, his mother, and his siblings were forced to survive alone in forests and mountains, enduring hunger and brutal winters. After killing his elder brother at the age of 13, people around him were impressed by his courage and decisive nature. Slowly, the expelled members of the tribe began trusting his leadership. Within a few years, he joined hands with his childhood friend Jamukha and began leading the tribe. Temujin soon realized that his small tribe could not face powerful enemies alone. To gain strength, alliances with other tribes were essential. With this strategy in mind, he married a woman named Burt from a powerful tribe. Burt became his strongest companion, and through this marriage, Temujin gained a loyal group of warriors who stood by him in every situation. Shortly after the marriage, the rival Mirkits tribe attacked Temujin's camp and abducted Borte. Temujin and Jamukha narrowly escaped and sought refuge with a nearby chief, who, impressed by their bravery, decided to help them. With his support, Temujin gathered an army of 20,000 warriors and set out to rescue Borte. After locating the Mirkit camp hidden in the mountains, Temujin launched a fierce attack. After an intense battle, he successfully freed Borte. This event proved his leadership and loyalty to his people. Over time, ideological differences grew between Temujin and Jamukha, eventually splitting the tribe into two factions. Jamukha formed his own tribe and 2 years later attacked Temujin's camp. During this attack, Jamukha brutally executed 70 of Temujin's followers by throwing them into boiling water. Witnessing this cruelty ignited a fire of revenge in Temujin's heart. Eventually, a decisive battle took place between the former friends. Temujin surrounded Jamukha's forces from all sides and defeated them. Jamukha escaped but was later captured by his own people and handed over to Temujin. Temujin ordered that Jamukha be given an honorable death, bringing a dignified end to both their friendship and rivalry. This moment marked a turning point in Temujin's life. Resistance from the tribes nearly ended and the path ahead was clear. One by one, Temujin united the Mongol tribes under his rule. In 1206, the leaders of all Mongol tribes unanimously granted him the title Genghis Khan, meaning ruler of the world. The Mongols lacked grain, silk, and metal resources, which were unavailable in their grasslands. As a result, they alternated between trade and raids with China's border states. In 1209, Genghis Khan attacked the Western Jia dynasty, which controlled key Silk Road trade routes. The campaign was successful, forcing the Jia dynasty to pay tribute. At that time, China was divided into two major dynasties, Jin and Song. Genghis Khan initially attempted peaceful trade with the Jin dynasty, but after failed negotiations, conflicts began. In 1211, he launched a full-scale invasion of China. Over the next 4 years, he weakened the Jin dynasty through rapid assaults on northern Chinese forts and cities. In 1214, the Jin rulers agreed to pay heavy tribute and retain their capital, Zhongdu, modern-day Beijing. However, soon after, they moved their capital to Kaifeng, breaking the treaty and enraging Genghis Khan. The Mongols laid siege to Zhongdu, a city protected by 40-foot-high walls. Over 2 years, Genghis Khan employed 500 Chinese engineers to develop advanced siege weapons. After a 10-month siege, food shortages became severe. People starved, and cannibalism began inside the city. Eventually, the Mongols breached the walls and launched a devastating final assault. The city was looted, burned, and drenched in blood. Smoke from the burning city could be seen for miles. Clear evidence of Genghis Khan's brutality. After conquering northern China, his empire extended eastward to the Pacific Ocean. This victory provided wealth, power, and invaluable military experience. Next, Genghis Khan turned towards Central Asia, where the powerful Khwarezmian Empire ruled. Using the killing of a trade caravan as a pretext, he launched an invasion. Cities like Bukhara, Samarkand, and Urgench, centers of Islamic civilization and knowledge, were brutally destroyed. Mosques were burned, civilians slaughtered, and cities reduced to ruins. Khwarezm Shah Ala-ad-Din Muhammad tried to resist but was forced to flee. His son Jalal ad-Din fought bravely until the banks of the Indus River before escaping into India. The Mongols then devastated Iran and Khorasan, annihilating cities like Nishapur and Morv. Millions of innocent people were killed through psychological warfare and extreme brutality. Genghis Khan later sent his generals Subutai and Jebe westward, conquering parts of Georgia, Armenia, Azerbaijan, and defeating a combined force of Russian princes and Kuman tribes. These campaigns remain infamous for their cruelty. In his final years, Genghis Khan returned to China to suppress a rebellion by the Western Shia. During the campaign, he fell from his horse while hunting and became ill. Though his son suggested ending the war, he refused and died in 1227. His death was kept secret to prevent enemies from gaining courage. He appointed his son Ogedei Khan as successor, leaving behind a vast empire. His burial was conducted in absolute secrecy, and his grave remains unknown to this day. After his death, the empire was divided among his sons and grandsons. Kublai Khan founded the Yuan dynasty in China. Batu Khan established the Golden Horde in Russia, and Hulagu Khan conquered Baghdad. Over time, the empire fragmented, but the Mongols preserved their identity, eventually forming modern Mongolia in 1911. According to scientific research, even today, 1 out of every 200 people in the world is a descendant of Genghis Khan. If you enjoyed this story, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more fascinating historical stories. Thank you.